Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning. So, my name is Deanna Wells Rom, and I am an insurance agent in the state of Georgia. And if you are in need of insurance, life insurance, business insurance, reach out to me. I got you guys taken care of. All right, so some of you may know my story, but for those of you who do not, I'm just going to give like a quick like history on how I got into this industry. And then I'm going to drop some gems on what you can do to get into this industry. Okay. So, I have been in the insurance industry for almost a decade, 9 years to be exact, almost 10 years. And I have been in almost every phase in this industry, right? So, let's just talk about how I started. So I came into this industry as a claims adjuster. So what does a claims adjuster do? A claims adjuster is basically an advocate. Think of the mindset of like a lawyer. And so a claim adjuster is the advocate for their policyholder. So you know how you get an insurance policy with like your company and you have to file a claim. Well, it is your claims adjuster's job to advocate for you, handle your claim, and then close out your case and make sure that you get paid. Okay. So I entered into the insurance industry as a claims adjuster, and I would investigate claims, and I would try to get my policy holder paid, because after all, when you do have insurance and you're with an insurance company, it is the company's job to defend their policy holder, because you are paying your monthly premium for us to protect you. So I started off in this industry as a claims adjuster, and I kept running into an issue. There were times where I had to deny claims and I couldn't pay out on claims because the insured, so that's the person who purchased the insurance from the company, did not purchase the proper coverage. And when you're purchasing coverage from an insurance company, you are signing a contract. It is a contract that you are signing, which is why you have to be licensed in the state that you are transactioning insurance. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm back. I hope everything is still running right. So yes, so it's a contract, and you have to have binding authority, right? Well, within that contract, there are terms and there are agreements, just like any other contract. And basically, the terms of the contract is, hey, this is the coverage that you want. And the agreement says, okay, based off of the coverage that you are selecting, we will pay out on this coverage that you're selecting, because you, as the insured, is going to pay us monthly premiums to protect you, to manage your risk. And that's just like very brief. The contracts can get very complex in detail, but that is very brief of how it works, right? So on the claims side of things, remember, I started out as a claims adjuster. I realized that people were not getting the proper coverage. And a lot of times what I would find is that they were not getting the proper coverage because they were not properly educated. Society does this thing where they make everything about price in the insurance world. And even though price is important and you want to be able to save on your insurance bill, I wish the commercials and the marketing did a better job of explaining insurance, because when something happens or you have to file a claim, you could be potentially losing out on thousands of dollars because on that initial contract where you signed off on, the contract wasn't set up properly, where you elected to not have the proper coverage. And okay, so sorry about that. I had a call come through. I hope my live is still doing what it's supposed to do. So where did I leave off? So long story short, people were not getting properly educated on the coverage that they need. So then when they were filing these claims and they were expecting to get a big payout, they were not getting a big payout. And sometimes they weren't getting anything at all. And I would hear things like, well, I pay monthly for insurance and I can't even use it. Well, it's because 9 times out of 10 on the front end of it, they weren't properly educated and they did not get the proper coverage. So that caused me to want to shift to go into the sales side of insurance. And so the sales side is where I became licensed. So I was a licensed claims adjuster, and then I had to get another license to become an insurance sales agent to be able to sell insurance. So think along the lines of being a real estate agent and getting licensed to be able to sell homes and conduct transactions. Well, it's more than just selling. Like, selling is a big part of it, yes. But as a duty, insurance agents, we hold a fiduciary responsibility to educate the policyholder, the prospect, the client. So that way, if you had to use your insurance, you would know exactly what you have, and the insurance company will be able to pay out. Insurance is not in the business of just trying to get rich quick and take your money. A lot of times what I find is that there's usually an agent who did not properly educate. And because people weren't properly educated, then it puts the industry in a bad rap. Okay? So we talked about being a claims adjuster, and we talked about the sales side of insurance, right? But then there's a whole nother piece. So you specialize even further, and there are different subcategories within being an insurance agent. So you have these different categories. So you have a claims adjuster role, and that is you can specialize in that. You can specialize in maybe doing weather claims, home claims, auto claims. That is a whole separate industry within the insurance industry. And there are people who make 6 figures plus just from being a claims adjuster. But then there is the sales side of it, and you can specialize on the sales side as well. So you have where you sell property and casualty, and you have to get a license for that. And your property and casualty, that covers your home, your auto, your renter's insurance, if you own a business, commercial, property and casualty covers that. If you if you're a landlord, all of that is covered under property and casualty. You have to have your license to be able to conduct transactions to sell that type of insurance. And then the other part that you have to get a separate license for is life and health. So you have your life insurance, you have your health insurance, and then you break it down even more further. Within life insurance and health insurance, there are different types of policies. So you have your whole life, your term life, you have IULs, index funds, And then you have your health insurance, and everybody needs health insurance. So this industry is what I like to call one of the best kept secrets. Everybody needs insurance. But I also like to say insurance is one of the best kept money secrets, because insurance, and specifically the life and health insurance industry, is a $1 trillion industry. Because life insurance and health insurance is a $1 trillion industry, this industry, which is the financial industry, creates the most millionaires. It creates the most millionaires. So if you are looking to get your first 6 figures, which I've done that multiple times, tapping into this industry. If you are looking to make $100K or more, tap into this insurance industry. Insurance is where it's at. Like I said, I've worked every avenue of insurance. And if you do like a corporate side, you don't even have to do the sales side. Now, the sales side is usually where people starts to reach the millions, multiple 6 figures and millions. But even if you just wanted to do the claim side or the corporate side, you can still make decent money. Okay. So I will be hosting a webinar. I'll be posting information about the webinar on, one of the ways to be a 6-figure earner in the insurance industry. You guys be on the lookout for that. I have the evidence. I have the proof. This industry has awarded me to be able to provide for myself, my kids. My husband was able to take a year-long paternity leave when I had the baby. So I had my baby. I was able to be very hands-on with her. And my husband was able to not work for a whole year because of this industry. And this industry, I believe in it. It has changed my life. And when I do the webinar, and so you guys want to be on the lookout for that. But when I do the webinar, I'm going to explain how this industry is not going anywhere and how to secure your position, even with the wave of AI. Okay? Even with the wave of artificial intelligence. Okay? Because as we know, artificial intelligence, AI, it's going to be replacing a lot of jobs. So if you want to get secure and tap into an industry that will not be replaced with AI, at least a portion of this industry will not be replaced in AI, you want to make sure that you are on this webinar. Okay? So tap into this insurance industry. I want to help you become a 6-figure and a multi-6-figure and 7-figure earner. And I'm going to be giving you guys all the game. Okay. So, if you want the Zoom link, I'm going to be doing the Zoom. I'm going to be advertising, the Zoom. Just send me a DM and just, message me and say, I'm tapping into the industry. I'm tapping into the industry. All right. So there you go. That's some free game for you guys. Be on the lookout. I'll be sending the advertisements for the Zoom, and I'll be seeing you guys soon on the Zoom call. Bye.